we're going to start off the show on a low note. I'm sorry to do this to you, Easy. I don't know if you saw this or heard about this. You see this? You hear about this?
What?
But Frank Ragnow, his toe is now inoperable.
What does that mean?
There is nothing else they can do on his toe.
What's going on with
Like,
the toe
if it
now?
gets injured, they cannot operate on it. They've done too much to it. It is inoperable. And so if he does sustain another toe injury, he's just going to have to play through the pain. And yeah, here it is. Lions center Frank Ragnow, hopeful about ability to play through inoperable toe injury in 2023. So he can't do anything to it. It's injured, and they can't go in and fix it. He's just got to gut it out and play through it, which is, we saw him do that multiple times. We've seen him be a tough guy, be a strong man he is, and gut it out. And he's still, a fantastic center. But, man, it's tough to know that when you let Evan Brown walk, now that Frank Ragnow could be dealing with something that would set him back. Now, obviously, we pray for the best, hope he doesn't get injured. You don't want to see anybody get injured, especially not a guy that means as much to the team as Frank Ragnow does. But we'll see. We'll see what's going on. Hopefully he doesn't have to even come to a situation where it's getting injured or he has to deal with it. But, man, it sucks. That really sucks.
That is that's an awful news.
Yeah.
Isn't that what took him out of the season 2 years ago?
Yep.
And then missed 2 or 3 games last year.
Mm-hmm.
And we played through it.
He did.
If it's inoperable, I mean, he's either like thugging through it again this year and the rest of his career. Well, we might need a new center. This is not in a disrespectful way.
No.
This is all due respect to Frank Ragnow is him.
He's the man.
He's been an unquestionable piece of this team for a long, long time now. Mm-hmm. The stupid regime tried to put him at guard over the center position.
Yeah.
Dummies. Stupid. But this is fucking big news.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good news, especially with a piece like that. Remember Jordan Davis? We're talking about him like pre-draft of 2022. And I'm saying, like, if he's a pick at 2, like, I'm not tripping over it. He's a fucking massive human being. You see the pick of him. I don't know if it's rookie minicamp or if it's training camp, but, like, there's the one fucking professional offensive lineman who's just fucking, like, hopping backwards because Jordan Davis is a massive fucking human being who's really good at what he does. And Frank Ragnow handled him week 1.
Yeah.
Frank Ragnow had the best of Jordan Davis week 1.
He was moving him around.
As a smaller, like, that's how good Frank Ragnow is.
Mm-hmm.
He is, and by the way, too, I have a cousin, I think we discussed this too. He played college up at Northern Michigan, played center though. And the way he broke it down to me is like the center is the quarterback of that offensive line.
I played center my senior year.
Yeah, okay, so you already know. Yeah. What I'm saying, they're calling out the blitzes, they're calling out the double teams, like what's switching and whatnot. Like, and Frank Ragnow is obviously one of the best. We had a couple Pro Bowlers on the team this last season, but that was, and in all due respect to the guys, even JG, but they were alternates.
Yeah.
Frank Ragnow was the one and only, like, on the squad.
Mm-hmm.
He's just nice like that.
One of the best centers in the league.
This is big news, man.
This is big news. And shout out to Drago in the Woodward Sports chat. He says Glasgow for the win. And that might be another reason why they signed Graham Glasgow, just as more insurance. Because he did play center in the NFL. He's done that. He's showed that he's capable of doing that. So I'm excited to see Frank Ragnow out there and healthy. I'm excited to see Frank Ragnow as a piece of this Lions team for a long, long time because he is, like you said, he is arguably the best player on the team, and you need him out there healthy. But it sucks, man. If he does go down, if he does get injured, they're not going to be able to do a lot with it. He's just going to have to gut it out, and if he can't, he's going to miss some games until it gets better. Good thing they ended up signing Graham Glasgow because that gives you some insurance in that position.
Yeah. And even Corsdale, Miller, the guy we drafted in the 6th round.
Yeah.
Sorsdal?
Yeah.
He got some snaps at center. He's talking about, I'm willing to play whatever it takes to get in the league. And sometimes guys just say that. That's the stuff you want to hear. And some guys do change position once they get to the league. But there's hopefully some reinsurance in that too. But damn, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, I hate to hear that news on a Friday. Hate to start the show off on that one. That's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, it is.
But maybe he thugs through. I mean, they didn't really address the offensive line position. I mean, maybe you consider like the Glasgow one as of addressing it.
It's like a 1 year deal though. They're gonna have to address it in the draft probably next year, just as an insurance policy, man. Like
is it Mark Swiss Insurance?
Is it Mark Swiss Insurance? It's
Swish
Insurance with Mark. But it does suck to hear that because, like you said, he is the guy that was selected to be a Pro Bowler. He is a guy that you can pencil him in if he's healthy as an All-Pro, and hopefully he doesn't deal with any injuries or setbacks or anything like that going forward. Nothing that he can't fight through. But man, I feel bad for the guy. Like he did a lot to get healthy. He tried to go out there. Obviously, a couple years ago, missed pretty much the entire season. Dealt with a little bit last year, but gutted through the pain. And it looks like now it's just going to be a part of his yearly routine. It's going to be a part of his situation. Is he needs to make sure that that toe is ship shape. And dude, offensive lineman, man, you're going to get your feet stepped on. Like, it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So
by giant
human beings. So I don't know if he just puts like a metal plate in his shoe or something to get some extra insurance down there. But man, it's like toe injuries are not something to joke about, especially with giant humans like that.
Mm-hmm. Sheila, if you're listening, Brad Holmes, Mike Disner, whoever needs to get this message, you need to download ChatGPT and find out what to do.
Ask him what to do
to fix Frank Ragnow's toe ASAP. I'm gonna do it during break. ChatGPT, can you make me a robot toe?
I was about to say,
it'll figure it out.
We need to hit up Elon Musk and be like, yo,
seriously,
make a robot toe for this guy.
Have his toe call out the blitzes. Fucking just scanning out the fucking field.
Nicholas Duncan in the chat had a good one. He said Wemby could donate his small toe for Ragnow's big toe.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Wemby's got enough big toe to fucking spare. That shit is gnarly.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That is. I hate that fucking news, bro.
You're welcome.
It's so concerning too because it's like early in the off season. Like this isn't as we're approaching training camp and it's like, oh, it's improbable to do surgery because, you know, we're this close to the season and, you know, that could jeopardize his whole season availability. It's like, no, we are in the very beginning stages of the off season for the NFL, or like the middle stages. So the fact that we have all of these months ahead, that means that the medical specialists that are gathering around and evaluating him are not expecting that even a full off season of recovery, and again, it wasn't even a deep run, no playoffs, nothing, all of that time, and they're still concerned that you can't even operate on this foot surgically. So it is very concerning, and it's something that's probably unfortunately going to linger, but you hope for the best and you hope that just the off season rest can heal it.
The one, I guess, again, I already said it, but the one positive sign to anybody who wants to come away with this not sad on a Friday before they turn up is that the Detroit Lions didn't address the position in the draft class. You like turnips? Do you?
No.
Oh. Well, before you guys have your Friday turn up, just know that Brad Holmes, I'm sure, is well aware of this situation. They're not stupid, and they didn't address the center position, meaning maybe Frank is gonna thug through it. Maybe he could play through this thing. I mean, he did last year.
He did,
and he performed really, really well last year.
Yeah, toxic FPV says my boy made Pro Bowl with that injury.
Facts. That's the other crazy part. What the fuck? You just cut it off and be good?
No, if you lose your big toe, you lose like 60% of your balance or something like that.
No way.
Yeah.
I thought it was your pinky toe that was like a weird factor.
No, I think you're good without a pinky toe.
Yeah, I think it's a big toe.
Don't disrespect the pinky boys. Pinky boys.
Little boys.
Why should I be like a gang?
Yeah,
disrespect the pinky boys.
Disrespecting the pinky boys, eh?
Hey.
We're the pinky blinders.
Fucking disrespect the pinky boys.
Yeah.